Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be working on this Stihl MS260. A little dark there, huh? Well used 260 Pro. The saw needs a few different things, but today I'm going to just walk you through on how to replace the gas line. In the next video we're going to go through and how to clean the carburetor. This saw, we're going to put a new carburetor on, but for the sake of making some content, I'm kind of just going to walk you through on how to clean it in the next video. So if it's running rough, you're having issues, one, it could be this gas line, and then two, we'll clean that carburetor. So be sure to hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit that bell, hit all turn new YouTube notifications so you don't miss those future uploads, and let's get into it. All right guys, diving right into it. Got to get rid of this air box cover. Pops straight up. Got to get rid of our air filter. Just throw it. Alright, so we know this gas line right here has a hole in it. Alright, but in order to get to that, we have to be able to pull our carburetor off. It is a little bit of a process, but it's not that bad. So let's see here with this carb. So right when you get in there, it doesn't pull right forward. If you look, there are two nuts. Normally it's an 8mm socket. Deep well works best. Try to have a list of parts and tools down below through Amazon. They will not be OEM parts, but you guys can get OEM parts from your local Stihl dealer. I'll try to have tools that are the same or similar. I do have some Stihl specific tools, which I probably can't get links to, but you know, socket wrench, that kind of stuff I can hook you guys up with. You guys buy through those links to help support the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. So we've got this off, right? Is it going to slide forward? No. Throttle linkage is still hooked. Now some models you can leave it in there, and sometimes you can pull this forward and unhook it without taking the handle off. I can't remember on this model. I think on this model we gotta take the whole handle off here just for better access. And when you flip the saw up, there's a screw in here. The particular screw in the handle is a T20. So you gotta get in there. Don't lose your parts. Try to lift the handle slow, because sometimes the springs are in weird places and things go flying, but not always, sometimes. Handle's off. Okay, here's our throttle linkage. Instantly came undone when I touched it, just fine. Alright, still hooked in there, right? It's fine. Now, this white plastic piece is connected to this carburetor. This can be a little tricky, but the carb should come right forward for us. Don't bend your linkage here. Okay, here's our gas line. Now, prior to doing any of this, I should have mentioned, drain the gas tank. Have no fuel in this for this job, okay? Want an empty gas tank. Pop your gas line off. Here's this carburetor. Now I'm going to replace this with a new one, but again, in the next video we are going to go through step by step and we're going to clean this, because sometimes you can just clean it and you're good to go. Here's our gas line. All right, I know we pressure tested it. It's got a hole somewhere in it. I think it's just a pinhole, but pinhole makes all the difference on how your saw is going to run. Get some parts out of the way here. Let's open up our tank. See our line down in here. Let's go ahead, fish it out. I've got this handy dandy line hook here, but you know, use what you can. See that line? You guys probably can't even see it. It's ripped right where the filter goes on. So this carburetor has been sucking junk out of the tank with no filter. I'm not sure how well you guys can see, but it's ripped right at the filter connection. So just gonna pull this filter off. We're gonna stick a whole new filter on this saw while we're at it. You know, a new line a new filter. So we'll get rid of that. Let's pop this guy back up. So now this gas line right here, we just got to lift and pull it out. You order up a gas line through Stihl. Part number is 112135877700 for this unit. All right, that's OEM. If you choose to get it through the Amazon link down below, I'm not sure what that number will be, but I'll try to link one. Obviously, that's up to you guys. So, going to get this gas line out. Normally, I just give it a tug from the top side. It pops out of where it's seated in. Let's pull it off. That's why I got to pull the filter off, otherwise it won't fit up through there. Just want to look at it a little bit closer here. So in this case, our biggest issue with this line was here, right where the filter connected, big tear. Might be a little spot here as well. So that's shot regardless. New gas line. Got to put it back in the same way you took it out. When you guys put this in, pay attention to the arrow by my thumb and index finger on that seal. There's like a little point. That little point should face the back or toward the handle, not the engine when you put this in. I'll admit I'm not paying attention here and I'm just popping it in place, so I end up having to spin it later on so that fuel filter sits in the correct spot of the gas tank. And obviously, if you're doing this once, just use a cheap screwdriver and, you know, flatten it out. If you use a regular flathead and you don't round those edges, chances are you're gonna puncture a hole right back in your unit. All right, so our new gas line's in. We got to get our new gas filter on. The OEM part number 00035035518. Again, I'll have that Amazon link if you guys want to do that, or you can order up your OEM parts. Lift this up. Try to fish my line around. Line popped on. I don't just pop that in and walk away. Get in there. Make sure that filter is where it should be. You know that the line is in place and things are the way they should be in there. You have to spin this gas line. That's my bad. I got to spin this gas line while it's seated just a little here. So again, have the arrow on that seal pointing to the back. Next video, we're gonna just take apart this carburetor and clean it. I'll probably actually put it all back on so I can walk you guys through on how to pull it all apart to this part, this far, and then we'll clean it. So be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you guys haven't already. Check out some fresh videos popping up. Appreciate you guys watching. Have an awesome day.